Hi everyone, it's Mary here. Thank you for stopping by the Steeping Pot Medium. Today I want to talk about unique signs from your loved ones in spirit. We all have feathers, we all have coins, sounds, things like that, but something unique when you really need it. And I want to talk about two of my different ones that really gave me so much clarity. When my dad passed, I had a lot of things to say. And so I was out talking to him, as I do when I return home to Nova Scotia, Canada. And I was talking with him on the gazebo. And this one trip that I went, these are from two different trips. This one trip that I went, I'm sitting out in the gazebo, and of course I'm writing, journaling, etc., writing my thoughts down and talking to my father, whose workshop was directly across from the gazebo where he spent a lot of his time. So I'm talking to him, and this is after he passed, quite recently, since his passing, that time in August when he did pass, and I was home and stayed, etc., through September. So as I'm sitting out there and I'm talking to him and voicing what I needed to voice, part of my healing, I went back into the house to make a cup of tea. Now my notebook that I journal in was sitting on the little table next to the chair in the gazebo, and I came back out because I asked my dad for something unique but didn't say exactly what that was. I just wanted a sign to know that he was okay, as I was grieving also past issues. I had to talk out with him. Well, I came back. Wait till you see this. I hope you can see it clear because I saved them. There was this is my pad where I'm writing my notes. Okay, this here is, now I'm outside, I'm in my pajamas, my loungewear, and this here picture showed up on my page that I was writing. Now, if that's not a clear sign from my father of him looking down at me while I'm grieving. Also, see that feather? That feather was waiting for me when I came back in the gazebo. And unless a bird flew in there and left it there, because it's the only way to get in, right? So there's a true unique sign that my father was listening to me. It was a forgiving kind of chat on both our parts. And he's letting me know that he is with me, that he feels my pain. He's offering forgiveness, asking for it. I'm giving it. It's back and forth energy. Like, this was just so profound. I have no explanation for it with the feather and with this. So it just goes to show you, when you're really, really wanting a sign, and most people will put it off as just coincidence. I can tell you right now, I ran in, showed my mother. I said, look everybody, like, this just happened. All right? Just so profound, like I can't explain it. This next trip home, talking with my dad, and I'm outside and it's a full moon, etc., etc. And and my other relatives, I spoke with other relatives that have passed. This one blew my mind completely. Okay, so my father's favorite color is orange. We all know that. He has orange on everything. His favorite shirt is now a hug pillow. It's still in the family. And I want to make sure I have this right side up. Yes. Now, my father, doesn't have any hair or anything like that. Other relatives, etc. Boy, can you see? And I'm just so randomly taking shots. Like, I'm just like, if you're here, show up in one of these photos. Well, out of all them photos, and I go back and review them, this is what I've seen. Okay, don't want to get the shine on there. I should take it out. Hang on, let me take it out because there's such a shine on this, but I've been trying to protect it. If I can get it out here. Okay, let me try again. It's really taped in there in Mylar. Okay, there it is. I circled it. This bald man with a nose, and I have a picture of my dad And this here is him watching down on me. And take a look over here. There are other faces here, look, that brought him in and are watching over me. So out of all the pictures, we showed it to a retired priest. He says, that's definitely Frank. Looking down, there's nothing more closer than that. And this is just a shot in the sky, but there's also other spirits around here as well. So, like, never underestimate the power of energy of your loved ones in spirit watching you. When you're really grieving or you're venting or anything like that, in your healing, in your grieving, ask for something specific. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. It just shows up. And it brings such a unique awareness to that they are here. Also, when my father, the night before he died, we're sitting there in the room, you know, taking care of him, etc., while Mom had a little break. And I walked up and I got a cloth for him for his forehead and everything. And I always watch where I'm stepping. My family knows I'm safety OCD. So I'm watching where I'm stepping, seeing every step up to the little sink by his bed in the hospital. I come back, I sit down. I heard a look down. I looked down, there was a feather. A feather that was not there. My partner Jerry did not see it at the time. Not there. When I got up and walked, and I sat down, and I heard look down, and there was a feather. I went out to as the doctor was coming in, I said, my dad needs to go to palliative care. He's not going to live after 24 hours. Oh, no, dear. He's got tests coming on, Monday, etc. this week. And then they moved him up to a floor. I said, he's not going to live. He's going to have to go in palliative care. Give him that. Put him on medication. Just don't let him aspirate. So up he goes. They put him in the room. Okay, don't even tell us he's in the room. And we're all sitting out waiting for him to show up. I guess I had a back way, but we got in there. And I knew. So while Mom and my sister were in there, me and Jerry and my daughter went home. It was our turn for a little break. We weren't that far from the hospital. Get a call. It's happening. I lost it. I lost it. Because they would not believe me. Now, I was not there when my father aspirated, which he should not have. He should have went with just a quiet breath. But I have this image he gave me of what happened to him before he died, which should not have happened. Because I can connect and see those visions. When I got there, one of the upstairs staff said to my mom, how did she know that he was going to pass? And Mom said, well, she's a psychic medium. So I have that vision, even though I wasn't there, but it was confirmed. How Dad aspirated. He knew he was dying, and I didn't want him to have that being terrified, not being able to breathe, sweating like crazy, right? Unfortunately, they don't listen like nobody does. But when you sense it and feel it and see it, please know you're getting a message from them that, this is what's happening. The message I heard, I believe, was from my dad and his spirit guides and my spirit guides. Pick up the feather. Here, all of a sudden, I'm out of my chair saying my dad's got to go to palliative care. He's not going to live very much longer. And I wanted to save him, aspirating and going through that scaredness as I'm going to die in that way. I'm glad I didn't see it, but I see it much clearer through his connection. So please ask for something other than a feather, other than a dragonfly, something like that. Now, some of them have symbols because they're connected to them. Okay, they are definitely spirit symbols. You want real clarification? Ask for something only between you and that person that passed. Also, 3 people passed in my family. On the side of my house is where the tulips are in the shade. Front of the house, we gutted it out. We put new soil in there. Started over with, just little plants. But the tulips were dying because of the heat on the front of the house, and we put them on the side. I asked for a sign in the number 3, okay, from them, but it has to be in 3, anything. Well, I had 3 I had 3 tulips show up at the front of the house. We did not plant. 3 tulips, the same color, big, beautiful, fringed fuchsia tulips. Ask for a sign, and you will get it. Just be open to it. Please share under this, and I will check of what different signs that you received that you asked for when you asked for them, or if you already did it. Because your loved ones are around you all the time. Validation comes in different forms, different ways, hearing, seeing, sensing, etc. But when you call on them, they will let you know that they're walking your path with them. And they're listening to what you're saying. And that helps with the grieving process and a better understanding that there is a life after this physical lesson, this world we're in, and we will be united again. So share your stories. Thank you and blessings.